Good morning. What's poppin'? We back. Another episode of Harcum Holistic. And man, I got so many things on my mind right now. First thing is, I got to get back in my zone. I got to get realigned. I was up late last night. Well, my sleep was broke last night. And I'm going to give you a story on that because it's one of the things I've been thinking about. So one thing I've been thinking about is like patience, practicing patience and care. So I'm dog sitting for my mom right now. She went to the family reunion and I couldn't make it because, business. And so she has a dog I grew up with. And so it's practically my dog too. I said, all right, Mom, I'll take care of it, no problem. Even though I got to go shuffle back and forth between the shop. But I got the dog, and then we have a dog. Me and my lady, we have a dog as well. So both of the dogs are seniors. My mom's dog is older. And so she wakes up in the middle of the night and she just wants to get up and like stand and walk around, and she has her dog chains on and is making noise and she's walking all on paper. So she wake up like 4:15. So I'm up between like 4:15 and 5. I'm supposed to wake up at 5. But I was really tired, so I wanted to get that rest back. So after she settled down and went back to sleep, I slept until about 6 or so. But anyway, one thing I read when I was young, it was in a hip-hop magazine, all the way towards the back. I can't remember which one it was. I was at my big homie Johnny house, and Steve Stout, like whatever this magazine was, they used to ask people like such and such top 10 things or something like that. And one thing Steve Stout said, I always was familiar with who was the people working behind the scenes, right? And this was like years ago. I'm talking about I was a teenager. And it was like Steve Stout said, one thing you should learn to do before 30 as a man is learn how to take care of something other than yourself. Right, that could be taking care of plants, taking care of fish, pets. Not having a baby though, but learn how to take care of things, other than yourself. And that always stuck with me. And then I always watched how my mom moved and how I grew up. And my mom was really good at taking care of things. Like, she's not a hoarder at all, but she knows how to keep and collect things. And so I started to collect things. Magazines. I always collected magazines, posters. Used to have basketball posters and stuff up like that. But I always kept them, like I maintained them, right? Learn how to take care of them, taking care of sneakers, keeping sneakers for a long ass time, right? To the point where, I had like, when some of the restocks and reissues of certain sneakers, like the first pennies, right? The first foam posits, still had those joints when they first re-released from when I got them in 95. When did I go to high school? 90, whatever, right? Dating myself. But the whole point is, you learn how to have patience, right? So I'm having patience with this senior dog. Waking up, she just want to stand around. She can't see well, if at all. She's stumbling. She has seizures, so she doesn't have great alignment anymore. Great balance, I mean. So she's falling all over the place. But I'm still just standing over her. She has a harness attached to her. Sometimes I just got to hold her harness so that she can stand upright, right? Long enough to like drink and not fall into the bowl and not fall into her food. So the veterinarian said that this dog has been alive. The dog is 21 years old. Most dogs don't live that long. The dog has been alive that long because of how well my mom took care of her. So you have to learn how to take care of things throughout life. And that's not just like material things. You have to learn how to take care of people. Live beings having plants. My mom always had plants. She got the green thumb. I don't. But I still know how to take care of things. I take care of plants. She had me doing lawn work, so I had to take care of our house, right, as the only son. So I had to learn how to do some type of carpentry, a little bit of plumbing here and there, and I learned how to take care of things. And there's a lot of guys out here who are like that. And I'm saying men specifically because you got to learn how to do shit with your hands. But you need patience to learn how to start taking care of things. You need the patience to absorb or to understand what care is like for the thing that you're working with. Because taking care of a fish is different from taking care of a dog. It's different from taking care of a plant. It's different from, maintaining a trophy case or something like that. Like, these are things that you still got to take care of over time. And I'm just really grateful that my mom, showed me that through example. And Steve Stout mentioned that, and it always stuck with me. Learn how to take care of stuff. And if you notice, like a lot of, I'm always looking towards who has accomplished the things that I would like to accomplish. And a lot of successful men seem to have the habits of taking care of things, because you got to take care of business too. You got to take care of your finances, right? You got to take care of your establishments. Like, you got a brick and mortar store, you got to be able to take care of that. But now that we got some successful men that I know personally, they're really neat people, right? They take care of things. And if they aren't neat, the people around them are. They know that things need to be taken care of. And you shouldn't a lot of people overlook the fact that you need to just take care of things. all the things in your life, all the things on all the levels. And I think a really, really great example of getting to see it day in and day out is Rick Ross. Like, yeah, he's rich, he's wealthy, he has a lot of resources, right? But if you have a house, if he has the biggest pool in the U.S. and 100 rooms in his house in the promised land, right? Evander Holyfield estate. You don't just buy that house and say you're going to flex and you got the biggest pool and the biggest house or whatever in 100 acres or 88 acres or how many acres he got, right? You got to know that come with maintenance. It costs like $1 million a year or something, or maybe more probably, to take care of his house, let alone the land and the acres and stuff that he has to be tended to. But he's a great man, and he understands, same thing Steve Stout said, learning how to take care of things other than yourself. Because he not only has that house, he has another mansions in Atlanta and in Miami, and we get to see those things on Instagram. So you got to think about whatever you decide to bring into your life, you got to know how to care for it and maintain it at a high level, because you want it to win, you want it to thrive. In my juice bar, we have plants, right? It just seems natural. Okay, you have plants in the juice bar, they make for great decoration, but my plants are real plants, and they are a constant reminder of how well I'm taking care of things in this shop. Because if the plants die, one, it's not a good look. Two, is letting me know I'm not focused on every detail in here. And you got to be focused on those things, and you got to learn how to care for things. And those plants, it's something I came up with a long time ago. Like Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Plants don't lie. You know if a plant is getting enough water. You know if it's facing which way the sun or the light is coming in, because it typically grows in that direction, right? You touch the soil, you can see how moist or dry it is. You gotta know, and then different plants take different care, so I can only have certain plants in my shop. And then that's when the discipline comes in, because like as pretty as some plants may be, and however good they may look, to add to the decor, I can't tend to that plant the way it needs to be tended to in order for it to thrive. So you gotta be aware of how to care for things, and it's just a really good practice in life to have patience and learn how to care for things. So I wanted to share that. I feel like I got that off my heart. I feel better now. I got other things I need to talk about, so I guess we'll talk about them in other episodes later on. But patience and learning how to care for things other than yourself. That's specifically for my men out there. You gotta learn how to take care of yourself and take care of things outside of yourself. That's the kind of man women like to be with, I believe. That's the kind of man that other men like to be around. This guy knows how to, like, certain men that know how to like take care of their cars really well, right? I do a so-so job of taking care of my cars, but I do a great job of taking care of a lot of things that's inside of my house, right? And mostly because my car is a lot really utilitarian. Like, I gotta put produce and stuff in here back and forth. Like, I scratched my car not too long ago. I was highly pissed at myself. That wasn't a great job of taking care of it. I was rushing, and that's a part of having patience. I wasn't poised. I wasn't patient. I was trying to get into this parking space, ended up scratching my car on one side, scratching on another side, like, goofy stuff. But that was just a reminder to me to have more patience and understand that I got to take care of my car at the same level that I take care of any other thing I take care of very well. Still got old computers, old cell phones, like I said, old sneakers, books, toys. Being a collector it just helps build character, right? I still got the same plants from my apartment from when I first moved in. Some of those plants are in my juice bar now, so I try to practice what I preach, and I try to get better at it. And I know I won't treat any other car the way I did this truck, and I got to get it repaired soon. But it has helped me become a better man. I have noticed how people respond to me as I become better at taking care of things. I notice how people respond to messy people. Like, I don't like being around messy people, men or women. But you get to see how they say how you do anything is how you do everything. And so if you don't know how to care for yourself and the things that you have, you're not going to know how to care for other people in your life either. And they can tell after a while. But I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Practice patience. Learn how to take care of things outside of yourself. Shout out to Steve Stout. Thanks for that jewel from back when I was like probably 15. I gotta find that magazine. It wasn't my magazine though, but I remember that. I'll probably look it up. It's probably online. I'm on my way into the shop. I'm about 1 minute away. So about to pull up. I'm opening today. Actually, I'm working all day by myself. Through the summertime, it kind of, the traffic went down, so I downsized the staff. I rearranged our schedule. And I would have liked to have hired one other person, but things started to pick up for us, which is great. I'm very grateful for that. But I worked it out with my assistant manager where I work every other Saturday, and I give him that Saturday off so he can regroup and you know, that's part of me taking care of my team. Like, if you need to have that day off, you need those 2 days off, or those extra 2 days off in a month, because we don't work on Sundays. So I work, and it also allows me to be in the shop, so I can see all the things that need to be worked on, how to, from customer service to how things is working behind the scenes in the kitchen, in storage, and yeah. And Saturday is our lighter day, so one person can manage, you know, the whole day. We get our rush around 12 or so, and between 12 and 2. So I should be ready for that. I'm looking forward to having a great day, and I'm on my intermittent fasting tip for the day, so I'm gonna have something to drink when I get in here, but I ain't eating until 12. Just thought I'd share that, part of my self-care, and getting to peak performance right by just fasting for the next 14, 16 hours. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks for checking it out. Like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Instagram at Harcum Holistic. Follow Good Part & Co. on Instagram. Follow the YouTube page. Subscribe to the Good Part & Company YouTube page as well. About to bust this left. Pull up on the cafe.